Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Does Boxing. We back with another one. We got this recap for September the 30th going down. We had a big night of boxing. We're gonna cover everything, recap everything. You know what I'm saying? Then I got some. I want to touch on some news, some latest fight announcements, and all that good stuff. Feel free to drop your comments, ask your questions, man. It's all good. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom. Check out the website, all that good stuff. So we're going to get into it for sure. My man Mike in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So we started from, just going in order from what I seen yesterday. And then we're going to cover that and then we'll talk about these announcements for sure. You know what I'm saying? Teaching the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Alright, we're gonna run it down. So this is the first one I saw right here. So this was the Zone show, Matchroom Boxing. They had a nice little undercard for their prospects on the main card, well, on the prelim that you could check out on YouTube. All the A-side guys won. So it wasn't really nothing too much to talk about. Staying active. Ellie Scotney, she defended her IBF title against Griffa. That was a close fight. It was competitive. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Scotney didn't look as sharp as she did. Especially winning the title in her last performance against Shanika Johnson. Kind of looked like she took a step back. I don't know what's going on. I know her trainer was busy that night because Shane McGuigan trains Scotney. And he had to hurry up and go train Caroline Dubois. And luckily, there was a close proximity in the UK. So we're going to touch on Caroline Dubois as well. But Ellie Scotney got the victory. It sets her up for some good fights. For unification in her division, 122 pounds. They just made the fight with Marilyn Rivas, the WBA champion. She's going to face former champion Erica Cruz. That's November the 18th on the Pacheco undercard. That's a good fight, and both of those champions are signed with Matchroom, so it make an easy fight to make with Ellie Scotney down the line. So we'll see, but the performance was alright. You know what I'm saying? Griffa came to fight. It is what it is. Rihanna Dixon versus Kathy Sanders. I mean, this is one way. I thought this was gonna be more competitive because if you know Sanders, she been in there with some decent opponents. I know she got stopped by Terry Harper, but before that, she's a tough opponent, and she just got washed. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna Dixon was going to the body. You know what I'm saying? The movement, the hand speed, and her southpaw style got her the easy victory. It was a European lightweight title fight, so put her in position to maybe, I guess, down the line to get Katie Taylor, maybe. So moving up the ranks, so we'll see. So good performance by her. Sands, that's a young guy. He got a good victory on the card. Not really too much to talk about. Chev Clark, he's a cruiserweight up and coming guy. I know he had a big amateur career. He get the victory. He won an IBF international title, so that's important because of course, the main event, the champion is the IBF. He's the IBF champion, and he just signed with Matchroom. So I think Chev Clark still got some more development to do. You know what I'm saying? He still can get some fights because the UK scene got a lot of cruiserweight fights for him, and he can keep developing. But he good though, solid. And then the main event. So Jay Abataya, man, listen, Jay Abataya is he nice. You know what I'm saying? He a boxer puncher from the southpaw style. Southpaw stance, and he just dominated and stopped my man in the fourth round. Thompson, this was definitely too early. You know what I'm saying? I know what it was. I see the play with it. I know Thompson is an Eddie Hearn guy and all that good stuff. They know him from back in the day, so they gave him an opportunity, but he wasn't ready for this. Abataya, I like his rhythm. I like his how he was setting up his shots. The left hand couldn't miss. He couldn't miss. You know what I'm saying? And he proved he had a good chin, too, because Thompson is noted to be a big puncher. And he landed a flush right hand down the pipe, and Abataya walked through that shit. I mean, it's just one-sided action. He got the fourth round stoppage. So, it is what it is. Easy first title defense. good to see him back because after the Breeders fight, he had injuries. You know what I'm saying? He broke his jaw in 2 places. Had a shoulder issue. He had promotional issue. So now, you know, he get back in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Get that ring rust out of the way, and he got Mairis Briedis next because Briedis is his IBF mandatory. So the tricky thing with Abataya, it was 2 guys that turned down the mandatory position to fight him. Richard Hraport and Masanek, the fighter from Poland. So Briedis was next in line, so they ordered that fight. Briedis had an injury. He supposed to have been fighting last night, but he basically stepped aside. So it should be Abataya versus Briedis next. Now, I know they was talking about Chris Burnham-Smith. We know Chris Burnham-Smith was with boxing and Matchroom ain't rocking like that. But it will be a good fight, though, because I think Abataya, if anybody's going to unify the division and become undisputed, it's Abataya. He got a lot of layers in his game. He can box, he can punch, he can go get you, he can counter punch out you come to him. He's a tough guy, and he's going to be hard to beat, so we'll see. But good performance by him. Hopefully he stay active, you know what I'm saying, and keep the ball moving and shit. So that's what it is. Alright, here's the next one that I saw. This was an underrated heavyweight fight going into the fight. A lot of people wasn't talking about it, but I like it though because these guys not gonna get a world title no time soon. So you might as well fight each other. Murat Gassiev versus Aldo Wallin. We know both guys is noted for losing to the top guys in the division, the champions in the division. Gassiev lost the undisputed fight with Usyk, you know, back in the World Boxing Super Series, and then Wallin lost to Fury. We know about that, how he cut Fury. Fury came on down the stretch to get the victory. But, you know, it was an interesting fight. Gassiev was just coming forward. He wasn't really doing nothing. He was trying to cut the ring off, and he was the bigger puncher. You know, he was, you know, when he landed, it was, you know, you can tell he was a bigger puncher. But he wasn't really doing nothing. Although Wallin just used his jab, move side to side, throw a left hand occasionally. He did hurt Gassiev with a right hook early in that fight. You know what I'm saying? But it was just a lot of pity-pat stuff from Aldo Wallin, moving around the ring, boxing. You know, he just outboxed him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it was an easy fight because he had to stay focused to continue to do that, because if he stayed still for 1 second, Gassiev was on his ass, right? But Aldo Wallin got the victory. You know what I'm saying? He got the victory. It was a split decision. I think one card had it 117-111 for Gassiev. That was crazy. I didn't see that. I thought Aldo Wallin basically won the fight pretty handily. So it is what it is. Sets them up for some big fights down the line in this division. Starting to open up the heavyweight division. Been slow this year, but it's starting to open up. We got a lot of fights coming up. We had some fights the last couple of months that popped up. You know, we're seeing Usyk, we're seeing Jared Anderson again. So it's still some stuff popping up, and plus this undercard for Fury and Ngannou. We're gonna touch on that too. So, yo, put Aldo Wallin back in the mix. You know what I'm saying? A good contender in the heavyweight division. So salute to him. All right, so this one right here, this was a boxer. It was yesterday, like I mentioned earlier. Caroline Dubois, she got the victory. She won the IBO title in this IBO lightweight title. You know, Caroline Dubois is next. Like, she gonna be a world champion. Like, there's no denying that. Once she get her opportunity, she gonna definitely become world champion and probably be a superstar over there in the UK. But she looks strong and solid as usual. She landed a nice right hook on the southpaw stance to drop Rodriguez, and pretty much one-sided. You know, she was doing her thing, being aggressive. I like her. The best thing I like about Caroline Dubois is how she invests in the body and committed to that shit. That shit's dope. So salute to her, man. She moves on. I don't know what's next for her because it's a lot. It's kind of crazy at lightweight because Katie Taylor going to go rematch Chantel Cameron again at 140. So the belts is kind of like, it's chilling right now. It's possible opponents for her, but it's not a deep division as you think. She gotta be creative. Their promotional company gotta be creative, getting her big name fights. I know she been calling out Michaela Mayer, but Michaela about to fight at welterweight versus Natasha Jonas. You know what I'm saying? Sometime soon. So maybe she get in the mix down the line. But Caroline DeBar is next for sure. Definitely next. Just doing the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. What's good? What's good? Alright, moving on right along. So we're gonna touch on this pay-per-view card, Canelo and Charlo. It was a hell of a night of boxing. I wish I could have been there, but it's cool. Top to bottom, you had a bunch of guys on the undercard. Everybody was looking forward to Kamaru Mutan got the victory. First round knockout, 1:48. I know we was all on. I was sharing that shit on IG. Salute to Aisha, she put me on game. But I was just sharing it to everybody, make sure everybody's seen the fight. But yeah, he got the victory, man. Looked good. So hopefully they can keep him active and stuff like that. So that's what's up. That was the biggest. Everybody was looking for that. I think that was the biggest pro debut in a while. Like a lot of people looking forward to that. I think they should put that on TV, like so it can be easier for us to see, especially if Floyd overhyping him. Put it on TV, let us see. You know what I'm saying? You say he can beat Lee Wood. Hey, let me see something. You know what I'm saying? But good victory for him. I just want to stay busy. He probably get like 2 more fights in this year if we being real. The way he looked last night. But moving on to the prelims. Not too crazy happened on the prelims, but Alexander Volstic got a nice knockout, straight right hand, finished the dude Rodriguez, easy money. He looking for a world title. I know he been calling out Dimitri Bivol. I always had my I don't know. I ain't how I feel about that fight. I like the fight, Dimitri Bivol and Volstic. You know what I'm saying? But the political shit. One guy is Russian, one guy is Ukrainian. How that shit gonna work? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But Volstic put himself in line as a good contender in light heavyweight, and that's a division that's not really hopping like that either. We're not getting undisputed at the top with Beterbiev and Bivol, although Beterbiev has a good fight coming up against Conor Smith in January. But I don't know what's next for him. You know what I'm saying? He is a good name. He like 38, so time is now for him. So I get it. Terrell Gausha versus Keandre Leatherwood. This was a competitive fight. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this was close. Leatherwood is one of those guys. He's like a gatekeeper type of guy. He been in there with a lot of tough guys and, came up short. But if you ain't on your A, he can beat you. And I don't think Gausha was on his A. But Gausha always have that kind of lackluster type of fight. Kind of like, I don't know. It's like he got to wake up and then, it was just a basic fight to me. It wasn't nothing that stood out. I just thought the fight was competitive. And then in the heavyweight contest, Frank Sanchez versus Scott Alexander. I mean, only thing you can take away from this is Scott Alexander hurt Sanchez with a right hand. Hurt him. Had him wobbling. His ass was holding on. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you take away from it. But the outcome was pretty much expected. Frank Sanchez outweighed the kid by like 30 pounds, and he stopped him in the fourth. He was getting beat up in the end of that fourth round along the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Sanchez was landing a lot of shots, and the corner stopped the fight. So Sanchez picked up a fourth round TKO. Now he is a contender in the heavyweight division. His projection after the FA fight actually went down. I thought he should have been fighting either another top name, somebody like Otto Wallen, or a bigger fight. He actually went down. He fought on 2 prelim shows after that big win against FA. That's crazy to me, against journeyman type of guys. So he got high rankings in the all across the board, really, except for the WBA and the IBF. Well, yeah, he got rankings across the board. So he's in a position to fight for an eliminator, fight a notable name in the heavyweight division. I know there's some fights out there for him. I know Jared Anderson called him out. I actually like that fight. I think Jared beats him, and I think he beat him before what I seen last night. But that's a good fight. You know, a fight with Charles Martin kind of makes sense for the PBC situation they got going on. Maybe the WBC or the Eliminator with him. We'll see, man. But it was a so-so performance. He got the victory. That's the main thing, getting the victory. So yeah, we'll see what's up with him. Mondo in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. Yes, sir. Alright, so to the main card. So we all know it was a big night. We're gonna work our way up. So Elijah Garcia versus Mondo Resendez. This is the best fight of the card, in which, you know, I wasn't too surprised. Both guys were sitting in the pocket banging with each other. Garcia is a southpaw. I thought he hurt Resendez early. Resendez was coming forward. He was doing well. He was touching up Garcia. I like to see Garcia. I think Garcia got more skills than what he's been showing. I think he can actually box, use the ring, and actually fight smart, and then pick and choose when he want to bang. But he decided to stay in the pocket the whole time, and he broke down Resendez. You know what I'm saying? He was breaking him down slowly, digging to the body. You know what I'm saying? Investing there. He wasn't getting touched up, but I love the ending of the fight, the sequence. You know what I'm saying? He landed a body shot, hook to the body. No, I think it was a left to the body, and then two hooks. Upstairs and downstairs, downstairs and upstairs, and he dropped Resendez. That was nice. I ain't gonna lie, that was nice. That was a nice sequence right there. So he get the victory, man. Two young guys. Resendez can bounce back. I think like 24. And Garcia's like, what, 20, 21, whatever it is. He got some world rankings across the board too, so he making a push. This is a WBA eliminator in the middleweight division. So I know we got Laura and Danny supposed to fight sometime soon. I don't know how that shit gonna work, but he also won. I think he won a Diamond WBC title, so he moving up the rankings. You know, it's a possibility that Garcia can be an opponent for Carlos Adames. We can't rule that out, especially like what we seen last. It ain't too much, you know, nowhere he can go with middleweight. Middleweight ain't cracking like that. So these young guys can kind of slide in and make their mark. So I can see Adames versus Garcia down the line. I can see it. But good performance though. This is a second pay-per-view in a row. I think this is fourth fight. I think this is his third fight this year. Yeah, he fought. Yeah, last night he fought. Yeah, he fought 3 times this year. He fought on Tank's undercard. No, he fought on. Man, he fought 3 times this year. I can't remember right now, but he's staying active, and he fought in December, so he been staying active, man. So that's good for a young guy. Hopefully, you know, he probably can get another fight. The way he been moving, he messing around and get on one of these undercards late this year. We'll see. But good performance by him. I like Elijah Garcia. Bruce Gas in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. All right, Ugas versus Barrios. You know, coming into the fight, the big question was Ugas the same fighter after the Earl Spence beatdown? And that's what came to pass. I picked Barrios to win the fight, you know, because I just felt like Barrios can kind of outbox Ugas. That's what he did, you know what I'm saying? He did look, yeah, he did good, yeah, he did. Barrios was just quicker to the punch. Ugas one-dimensional, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't really doing too much. Barrios set the tone in the second round. He dropped him with a jab. I thought that pretty much, I ain't gonna lie, that pretty much sealed the fight to me. Winston Lee, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. And Barrios dominated this fight. This is probably one of the best fights I've seen from Barrios in recent times. His jab was on point. Khalid in the building, salute to you. His jab was sharp and on point. It kept Ugas at bay. It messed up Ugas' eye again. You know what I'm saying? He dominated the fight. Ugas ain't do nothing. He didn't fight with no sister urgency either. I don't know what he thought this was. Honestly, he came in there kind of, to me, Ugas' body language looked like nonchalant. I got this in the bag type shit. But Barrios performed well. You know what I'm saying? Put his name in the mix of the welterweight division. Late in the fight, in the 12th round, he dropped Ugas again. That pretty much solidified it for me. And then Ugas got a point taken away for dropping the mouthpiece multiple times. So he was about to get stopped. You know what I'm saying? He did his best to survive. Man, a good performance by Barrios. So a lot of people write Barrios off and they don't really give him the props, man. He got with Bob Santos, and he looked like a solid fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he could beat the top guys at welterweight. I don't think he beat Boots. I don't think he beat a lot of the other guys. But guys like Crawley, he got a chance against him, and I think that might be next. Other guys in the division that's under Boots and those guys, I think he have a chance. And this is for a WBC interim title, so if Bud wake up in the morning and say, bro, I'm vacating, then they should elevate Barrios to the full champion. So very important fight. So what they probably do next is make Barrios versus Crawley, like I just mentioned. Crawley won an eliminator in his last fight versus Abel Ramos. And he just turned down the IBF eliminator. So Crawley, I can see that fight being next for sure. So yeah, that's what's up though. That was a good performance by Barrios. Yeah, he's solid, man. Now he had a good performance against Thurman. I thought this Thurman was just a little bit, his movement was nice and his power. Yeah, Ugas, yeah. That Spence fight took a lot from him. Hope he doesn't fight Boots next. I think they line him up for Cody Crawley. Second L for Salas, also another one. Yeah. He had Joyce last week, and then this week Ugas. So yeah, you're right. He on it. Co-main event: Jesus Ramos versus Erickson Lubin. I picked Ramos to win the fight. But watching that shit, I was telling myself, and I'm biased too, so I ain't really scored the fight. I gotta be honest, I didn't score it. But watching it, I'm like, this fight is tricky. Because Lubin was doing a lot of subtle, underrated shit that I don't think people was giving credit for. Like, listen to the commentators. I thought the fight was basically even, honestly. I thought Ramos got a nice lead maybe after the 8th round, 9th round. I thought he was probably up a round or two. But Lubin boxed real well. And he was doing a lot of... That's a fight where if you weren't paying attention, you're going to miss all the other shit. Now, I know I'm hearing everything about they saying Ramos got robbed. And for me as a fan, yeah, because I fuck with Ramos. Because Ramos, he a cool dude, all that good shit. But this fight was... you got to watch this shit and pay attention. It was a lot of stuff that Lubin was doing, like controlling the ring and the pace of the fight. When he wasn't along the ropes, it was all Lubin. You know what I'm saying? And then he was counter punching real well. His jab was on point. I thought he was quicker than Ramos, and he listened to his corner. It was one stretch of the fight when he came back to the corner and was like, yeah, I got it. And after that, I thought he kind of got back in the fight. Now, I don't know. I'm biased, in this fight. I got to be honest. So I wanted Ramos to win, but while I'm watching, I'm like, bro, he got to... he wasn't cutting the ring off like he was consistently late in the fight. He kind of looked like he stepped out the gas just a little bit. So it opened the door for Lubin to sneak through the back door and get the victory. And I thought that's what happened, bro. I actually thought Lubin edged it out. I did. Like, just looking at it and look how the fight was, how it was playing out. Like, especially down the stretch, because I thought it was pretty close. But down the stretch, Lubin closed out strong. So he got the victory, you know what I'm saying? It's lesson learned for Jesus Ramos. He even pointed that out. He probably should have finished stronger. Or he probably should have tried to stop him, whatever it is. But he definitely should have finished stronger. They was fighting like they had it in the bag. And at this level, and with how this politics goes in boxing, you can't think like that. You got to smash the gas 100%. Even though he was the favorite and it looked like he had the crowd, you can't let off the gas. And I thought that was kind of the mistake. So it's one of those fights where if you thought it was a robbery, you got to go back and watch it and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to what Lubin was doing. And he was doing a lot of subtle good stuff in the fight. So he moves on. This was a WBA eliminator as well. So put him in position We'll see if Charlo come back down, vacate the titles or whatnot. If he do, I can. The number one contender is Matt Renoff. That would be a good fight. Lubin versus Matt Renoff would be a good fight. Maybe for the vacant title. He also won a WBC belt, so that can put him in position for the one between Tszyu and Mendoza. So there's a lot of stuff. Lubin back in the game. He back in the game. So salute to him. He did box well. He boxed well last night though. No matter what y'all say, he boxed well last night. And my man Jesus didn't close the show like he should have. So it is what it is. He wanted to me. Jesus didn't do anything that would make him stand apart. Yeah. He I don't know. It's just down the stretch for me. yeah, you got to score your own card. You know what I'm saying? Get him 8 rounds straight. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's why when I seen that first scorecard, I think he gave him all six rounds. Yeah, he gave him all 6 rounds. I ain't see that. So, but I'm like, I'm cool with it though, because I want Buddy to win. But being taking a step back and looking at it, I'm like, ooh, no, Lubin, Lubin doing some nice stuff. Because it's a mental thing when you watching boxing. When you want somebody to win, because if the guy you root for ain't doing nothing, you still like, you got it. But then at the end of the day, you gotta be like, hold on, that fight. Lubin did some nice stuff. His jab was on point. He was quick to the punch. He was doing some good stuff. That's what it is. Kept his guard up when he was on the rope, not giving Jesus clean shots. Yeah, late in the fight, early in the fight, I thought Ramos was actually doing some good work. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did a lot of good stuff. Man. Salute to him. He said he schooled him. I don't know about school, but I mean, salute to Lubin though. He got the victory. But yeah, school, that's a tough one. But that's a good one though. Main event time: Canelo versus Jermell Charlo. It pretty much went like I thought. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not here to say I told y'all so, nothing like that. But I felt like the respect level was gonna be the key to the fight. Nothing about skills, nothing about power, nothing about none of that other shit. I felt like, and I tweeted this out last night, I felt like Charlo saw Canelo's aura and was like, nah, I'm cool, you got it. I got my payday. It's already cashed in. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt like the fight. I felt like Charlo looked for more victory. He got the more victory, and he said, shit, I'm good. I got my bread. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did. Now, I can't be mad at him. Guy got a family to feed. He been on the ring for a while. I can't be mad at him. This is the biggest payday of his life. But as a competitor, as a guy that talking his shit, it's probably the worst performance from an undisputed champion. Even though he moved up 2 weight classes, I don't care about all that, because all that shit to me, as far as the skill level, those guys is on the same page. But Charlo did not try to win that fight last night. I don't care what nobody say. The movement was cool. All that shit was cool. You know what I'm saying? But you got to put something behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he had chances in that fight. He had a lot of actually, he was a quicker guy. As far as hand speed, he just didn't let shit go. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like Mikey versus Spence. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, pretty much. But Canelo, I thought Canelo was solid though. That was a good Canelo last night, regardless of what Charlo brought to the table. Canelo was solid. He picked his shots. He was going to the body. He was doing a lot of good stuff, subtle stuff. Canelo crafty. I like his short, choppy steps that he was using early in the fight to kind of cut the ring off. That was solid. His jab was good. This is an easy fight for Charlo. It was an easy fight for Canelo. Charlo really didn't bring no resistance other than moving. You know what I'm saying? He clipped Charlo late in that fight with a right hand. That was nice. It was like a late reaction knockdown. Charlo took a knee, and that pretty much solidified the fight. That was in the 7th round. And after that, it was just the same old stuff. So Canelo moves on. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed champion. he can fight anybody. And whoever he chooses, he can fight. Of course, I like to see him get the winner between Benavidez and Andrade. That would be dope. I know we've been hearing about Canelo and Bud Crawford. I doubt that fight was gonna happen because Bud signed his deal to fight. He only signed with the PBC to fight Spence. He only got 2 fights. You know what I'm saying? And he got the first one, he's gonna take the second one, and that's it. They ain't messing with Bud. Look, this is my position. This is my position and prediction. After Bud fight Spence in the rematch, PBC ain't messing with him no more. I ain't messing with him no more. To get the Canelo fight, nah. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do that. That's just my opinion, but we'll see. So Canelo got options though. I would take the Morrell fight. I don't know if that fight ready market wise. I'm thinking it may be Benavidez because the WBC is actually trying to order that fight. So Benavidez beat Andrade in November. That's a fight I wanted anyway. So Cinco de Mayo for Canelo. I mean, he looked solid. He looked better than he did in the Ryder fight, honestly. He looked a little more sharper last night. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Charlo, he can go back down to 54 like he was saying last night. Got his more victory, got his bag. Go back to 54 where you the man. I think if Tim Tszyu wins in a couple of weeks against Mendoza, that fight is actually bigger. That's a big fight now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people would believe that Tim Tszyu can do what Canelo did to Charlo. You know what I'm saying? And then it can be for undisputed because, of course, we know Charlo got stripped of his WBO title and went to Tim Tszyu. So Tim Tszyu is making his first defense against Mendoza, which is a good fight. A good fight. And I'm not ruling out Mendoza, but I like Tim Tszyu in that fight. But that's a good fight, though. And that's going down on Showtime October 14th. If Charlo won't go to middleweight, I think actually that probably makes sense, too, to go to middleweight. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what he want to do. But he's chilling right now. I won't be surprised if we see Charlo back in the ring for another year, 17 months. Just keeping it a buck. But if he do come back later this year or early next year, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? The way Tim Tszyu is set up, his team, when they win, they already looking for, they staying busy. If he healthy, they staying busy. So actually, I can see Charlo and if Tim Tszyu wins, I can see them fighting in the first quarter of 2024, which would be, now it's a big fight now. It's solid. People going to give Tim Tszyu a chance to win the fight. Yeah, I agree. That was key. Let his hand go. Yeah. Yeah, I thought he would be able to do that. Get his jab going, and the movement was there, but he didn't put nothing behind it. Now he fought like he got his payday and was like, I'm good. That's how he fought. Yeah, I think that was like that was late in the fight. Like I said, his hands was faster. He just, I don't know. Nah, he's not. Yeah, but I mean, I think that was pretty evident before the fight. It's really clear. And like, if you look at how Bud been moving and whether you like it or not, he gonna make it tough on negotiations. So you're not gonna give him. Canelo can pick and choose. I think it's actually. I think it's at first the three for me. If Spence would have won, it would have been Charlo, Spence. Now I think it's gonna be Charlo, and then I think it's gonna be Benavidez, and then I think it's gonna be Jamal Charlo. I think those are gonna be the 3 fights on PBC. So we'll see. You got storyline now with Jamal Charlo. Yeah, it won't happen. So I ain't even tripping off that. Yeah, he has the interim title. They gave Lubin won the WBC silver title or diamond title, one of them shits. So it really don't mean nothing because it just means he's probably next in line and can get the opportunity. We'll see how they can maneuver him. But yeah, Mendoza is an interim champion. So that's what it is. So they probably won't strip Charlo of none of the rest of his titles. You know what I'm saying? Because they can make a big fight with the one. If Tim Tszyu win, that's a big fight, y'all. That's a big fight coming up. It got even bigger because last year this time when the fight was made, nobody was giving Tim Tszyu no chance. Now you know how she worked. Layoffs, injuries, and the last performance against Canelo. it looked like he's not hungry. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Like, to me, see, a lot of guys fight Canelo, and they look for a payday. So Canelo basically right, because that's what happened last night. That dude didn't try to win that fight, bro. He ain't try to win it. Who we blame that on? We blame that on him? Blame it on Derrick James or my man Juan Guzman? Who they gonna blame that on? So to me, I kind of lost trust in Charlo, honestly. Because what if we can't get Tim Tszyu out of there? And Tim Tszyu actually is better than, because Tim Tszyu better than what a lot of people think he is. People ain't gonna admit it, but he's solid and he got a good chance. So what if Tim Tszyu was on that night and he really, trying to win that fight? What he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So he gonna turn it on, turn it off? We'll see though. We'll see. That to me, that was a bad look for Charlo last night. I ain't saying he gotta go out his shield and get knocked out or nothing like that, but he could have put more behind his game plan. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was. Stab to the body, you know what I'm saying? Punch in exchanges with Canelo because he had the faster hands. You know what I'm saying? He could have did a lot of stuff in that fight, man. That shit was disappointing. So yeah. But the overall card was solid. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it was a good card. The Rainbow Saluba fight was probably the worst fight on the card, honestly. But it was a lot of tactical shit going on in that fight. You had to pay attention to. Garcia made a statement. Barrios looked good. So some good stuff to take away, though. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the pay-per-view, real talk. Alright, so we're moving on. We got the next one, we're going to get into some announcements, some fight dates and stuff that got announced this week. And we're just going to touch on it real quick before I get up out of here. Feel free to drop any questions, comments, all that good stuff. It's all good. So this is good news for me because we haven't had Undisputed at heavyweight since 1999. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago. Fury and Usyk, they signed the deal. That shit legit. I know, we've been down this road a lot of times and shit like that. But yeah, it's good. It looks like it's good to go. They said December 23rd, maybe, on top of the year. We'll see. Now, of course, Fury got this fight with Ngannou. He gonna play with him. He gonna box him. He gonna beat him and all that good shit. You know how it is. I say he should go get his ass. Let's go to him, step right to him, and just, you know what I'm saying? Don't play around with no Ngannou. You know what I'm saying? I don't give Ngannou no chance to win anyway. We've been real, but Fury can take it to him. We know Ngannou after the fourth round, if he make it past the fourth round, his ass he gonna need some snaps on the Petro. We already know what time it is. But Fury is a showman. He like to play around and joke around, so I can see him, you know what I'm saying, doing that shit, looking to the crowd, playing around, and then eventually probably stop him mid-rounds. I'm just crazy. I just broke down that fight. But get through that shit. This the one I really want to break down. This is gonna be very interesting. So hopefully everything comes to pass, and we can get this fight this year. Yo, it's already hands down the best boxing year of all time already. The last Undisputed fight was December 99, 24 years ago. So, you know what I'm saying? Yo, a lot of things that happened in 24 years. So maybe they can kind of throw that in the storyline as well. So, yeah, that's what's up. That's good news, though. That's good news because we need Undisputed in heavyweight division. We need that shit. There's been too many politics to get to this point. So hopefully everything works out for sure. You say you got Usyk. Yeah, Usyk can win that fight. I think if this fight happens, I think that's gonna be it for both of them. Unless they fight again and run it back. But we'll see. But they announced the undercard. It's an all heavyweight undercard. I like it. Joseph Parker versus Simon King. This is a fight Parker should win, but Parker be having them up and down fights, his performances. Simon King, you know what I'm saying? They've been protecting him out there in Canada and shit. But Parker should win this fight. You got Carlos Takam versus Martin Bakole. This is a good one too. Both guys is coming off of victories over Tony Yoka. Bakole is probably the bigger puncher, the bigger guy. come in about 270. Takam come in about 260. Takam is the boxer. You know what I'm saying? Shorter guy. You know what I'm saying? Coming with that style, bobbing and weaving. You know, Takam is tough. Bakoli is younger. It's a fight that I would favor Bakoli, but if you sleep on Takam, like I'm telling you, he can win this fight. So this a solid heavyweight fight. You got these two young guys going at it. Fabio Wally versus David Elijah. These guys got some beef. They had a little run in a couple weeks ago. This is a good one too. Pretty much 50-50. Elijah he's a big puncher. You know, he's solid. I don't know if he got the progression like Wally has. Wally been fighting solid guys and stuff like that. Get a lot of experience under his belt. This is a good one though. This is a good one. Then you got Aslanbek Makhmudov. He's facing a southpaw. What's his name? Smalecki. So this is a fight that Makhmudov. You know how he fight. He coming straight to you. He throwing all types of hooks and stuff. He ain't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good heavyweight undercard, man. So if y'all really ain't tapped into the main event, I got you. But if you like heavyweights and you want to tap in, feel free. I like it though. I like all heavyweight cards. This fight made in December. This goes to show Fury is going to win. Yeah. Well, either or, like, I think this is honestly my whole thing about Fury fighting Ngannou. I ain't never really tripped off of it. Michael James 616. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. I never tripped off of it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the heavyweight division is set up is crazy. So it's just a stay sharp and get ready for Usyk. That's all it is. It's just a glorified tune-up fight. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody in their right mind, they would do the same thing. Do I do a tune-up fight with a boxer that's not gonna make me that much money, or do I do it with a damn MMA guy that's gonna bring a lot to the table and we're gonna cash out? Of course, and get the same type of work. Man, come on, that's easy money. You would take that shit too. Anybody in their right mind that's in that position would take it too. So I get it. I ain't really tripping off of it. Ain't really too much to break down. I just want to get to the Usyk fight. You know what I'm saying? And we know Fury is unpredictable, so we'll see. Speaking of heavyweights, so we got another good heavyweight card coming up, man. Well, heavyweight fight coming up. This is November the 4th. FL Jabba versus Joe Goodall. Good fight. Both guys fought Stephen Shaw. Gave Stephen Shaw his 2 L's this year. FA fought him in January. Kind of outboxed him. And then Joe Goodall stopped Stephen Shaw recently. So these guys, it's a solid fight. They got history too, which was, I was unaware of. That's good. They fought in the amateurs, so they can rekindle that. My man Goodall is tough. He like 6'5", 6'6". Both guys the same height. He tough. You know what I'm saying? He just signed with Lou DiBella off the win over Stephen Shaw. So we'll see. FA looked good, in the fight before dudes started punching him low. You know what I'm saying? He got the disqualification victory his last fight. But I thought FA was looking sharp. And, he actually been looking better since he's been the last couple of fights. So we'll see. Raymond Mortala is on that card. He got a tough fight with Diego Torres. That guy can fight. He can punch. Mortala is one of the underrated guys at lightweight. Coming off an injury, so he should be solid. You got some good names on this card. Also, some heavyweights. Brandon Moore versus Robert Sims. That's a tricky fight. Brandon Moore making his top-ranked debut, undefeated heavyweight. You got Antonio Morales. That's another heavyweight that's on the card. He's trained by Robert Garcia. We have another good fight. Henry LeBron versus William Foster. That's 130 pounds. That's a good fight. Good, so this is a solid undercard. You know what I'm saying? Rodolfo Delgado on the card. Charlie Sheehy. Xavier Martinez. So they got to have their prospects on the card. So y'all know how top rank do. This is a good one. And this is November the 4th. Lake Tahoe. Now it was supposed to be in Robeisy Ramirez, but I think his opponent had a little injury, and they probably rescheduled that for Heisman night, or maybe he'll get another opponent. I was hoping it'd be Luis Alberto Lopez, but it's not gonna be Lopez. It's not gonna be Lopez yet. They're not gonna do the unification between Robeisy and Luis Alberto Lopez. Not just yet, but it's coming though. I was hoping for it for December. TJ in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So solid card. Here's another one. We already knew about this, but they announced it this week. Shakur Stevenson versus Edward De Los Santos. Marlon Navarrete versus Conceição. Solid. The undercard is solid. We're gonna touch on that real quick too. But I'm looking forward to this. This is a prelude to what could be next. Shakur and Navarrete fighting. You know what I'm saying? But I think they got some solid fights ahead. Edward De Los Santos is a good fighter, can punch. We'll see. We'll see what he brings to the table. Conceição always been in fights. You know what I'm saying? He gave Shakur a solid bump too, but Shakur dominated that fight. I thought he beat Valdez. And we know Navarrete brings to the table as one of the most exciting fighters we have in boxing coming off the Valdez fight. He didn't look so good against Leon Wilson, but Valdez, he was back, and then he should be back in this fight too. So it's a good card too. I'm gonna touch on it. How they only gave Ramos 3 rounds? I don't know, bro. Yeah, that was crazy. 3 rounds, yeah. He in a real fight. Yeah, he had a solid fight. No different than if he would have fought Frank Martin. Same type of thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Is these guys gonna come to fight and not show Shakur any respect, or they gonna allow him to dictate the pace and break him down like he do all the other opponents? So we'll see. Yeah, to me, it's basically the same level as Frank Martin, and Frank Martin would have took the fight. But far as the undercard, solid. You know what I'm saying? All these guys getting tested. Brian Norman Jr. versus Quinn Randall. That's a solid fight. You know what I'm saying? And 147 pounds. I think they got an NABO title. That's a WBO regional title. So that's a good fight. We're going to see. There's been a lot of hype about Brian Norman. Sparring wars, sparring stories. You know what I'm saying? They haven't translated, coming to the top rank. Haven't translated, whatever the reason may be. Quinn Randall was a good amateur. He's a solid guy. This one right here, Quinn Randall, honestly, looking at it and being objective and taking a step back, Quinn Randall should be the favorite, slight favorite. His style is going to give Brian Norman some trouble. But we'll see, though. We'll see how everything comes out, how it plays out. But this is based on what I've seen in top rank and based on what I've seen from Randall. Randall don't really give you much, and he's good at range and distance. Not a big puncher, but he can kind of make the fight he can slow it down and kind of make it kind of ugly and shit to his advantage. So that's a good fight to look out for sure. Real good fight. I like that fight. Then you got Floyd Diaz, Cash Flow Floyd. He got Max Hernandez. That's a good fight. Max Hernandez had a tough fight against Hector Valdez on the Golden Boy show. I actually thought he won that fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's a solid fight right there too. Diaz gonna get tested in that fight. Troy Isley, he got a tough test. He got Vladimir Hernandez on that card. Hernandez just beat Truck Simpson. This is a tough fight for Troy Isley. Vlad, he also beat J-Rock. He one of those guys, if you're not on your A game, he gave Jesus Ramos a tough fight too. You're not on your A game, then he can upset you. So, it's a step up for Troy Isley though. You know what I'm saying? Abdullah Mason, the high prospect, is on the card. Fighting another 6th rounder. I ain't really too high on that shit, but he facing a guy 7-1. So I guess that's a step up of sorts. But the 6th round shit is played out. That kid should have been at 8 probably 3 fights ago. Especially with the hype that he's getting. Like, maybe top rank see something that we don't see. But I see a talented young fighter with all the skills in the world. This 6th round shit is crazy to me. I don't understand it. Somebody got to break it down. Andres Cortez, he got a good fight with Freddie Fonseca. It's a fight he probably should win. You know what I'm saying? So that's a solid card though. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a solid card. For real. Here go another solid card that I like. I like this fight right here. This one gonna be good. you got Nick Ball versus Isaac Dalby. Two guys, similar in stature. You know what I'm saying? This is a featherweight contest, WBC eliminator. So the winner will get the winner between Ray Vargas and Brandon Figueroa that's about to come up. But this a hell of a fight. I've been asking for this fight too. I was thinking they was gonna put it on a Fury undercard. Nick Ball is signed with Queensberry. But this one right here, if this is a bad fight, bro, then I don't know what to say. Because I can't see it being a bad fight. Because both guys got similar style. Nick Ball is going to be in your chest. Dalby want to be in your chest. But Dalby is going to be the one that's boxing. And if it can, I can see Dalby boxing. And then, using his legs and shit. And trying to, counter punch and stuff like that. But Nick Ball is coming forward. They both 5'2", 5'1", whatever they is. That's a hell of a fight. The card is solid too, top to bottom. I like it. Liam Davies versus Vincenzo what's his name? La Femina. Echo Esima. He got Harry Scoff on the card. Now Esima had an eliminator with Cody Crawley. Queensberry won the eliminator, but Cody Crawley ain't taking that fight. They only bid at $65K. So it's good that Usman is staying active though. He's solid. Hopefully he gets something down the line. Denzel Bentley versus Nathan Hanley. That's a good fight. Ooh. Yes, sir. Y'all about to tap in with this UK situation over here. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Denzel Bentley, he gave a good effort versus Zanabek, but came up short last year. And Hanley he's a good fighter too. It's solid. Nathan Collins versus Zach Miller. That's another one. Another good one. You know what I'm saying? They got a female world title fight for the Bacon WBC. Hannah Rankin versus Emma Kuzin. Both ladies fought Carissa Shields. Hannah Rankin, she's a former world champion, but I don't know. I like Kuzin in this fight. And then Anthony Kakashi versus Ryan Gardner. So this is, top to bottom, this is a good card. I know it's a hardcore boxing fan card. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't tapped in with the UK scene over there, you probably won't understand it. But this is a good card, top to bottom, and headlined by Nick Ball versus Dalby. Got a lot on the line in the upcoming the division at featherweight is looking good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all tap in. Hopefully, ESPN Plus pick this up. I think they will. So that's a good ass card for sure. Solid stuff. It's a great, solid undercard. Yes, sir. Both of those cards I just touched on, right? Both of them. Josh Warrington, super live against Wood. Yeah, that's a good fight, too. I like Lee Wood, though, but yeah, he is. Warrington always come to fight. Hernandez has been on fire. Yes, sir. That's a solid fight with J-Rock. Yeah. Good card. Yeah, bro, some real good cards. He should be an ace. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why. Excuse me. That's why I've been saying. And I feel like, honestly, he overhyped just a little bit because you can touch on his skills. Cool, touch on his skills. Keep it like that. But you can't say this guy, Abdullah Mason, I'm speaking about, that his projection is higher than a lot of these other boxers that we got going now. Because if that was the case, they would have his ass fighting former world champions or contenders right now. They taking it slow with him. And I get it. He 18, 19 years old. But then you can bring down the hype a little bit. Say he nice, he this and that. But hey, no, it's cool how they moving him. He's just young. Let him get some seasoning. But then again, he was just crazy amateur. He was this, it was that. Bro, you can't have it both ways. If the kid is spectacular, he a bad dude, they put him in there with other bad dudes. You know what I'm saying? No 6 rounds. 6 rounders tell me that he's still in a damn it's like, I don't know how many 6 rounders do you want to fight. I don't know. I ain't seen his box rate, but he got a lot of 6 rounders, and I feel like his talent is past a 6 rounder. That's just me talking. Yeah, Nick Ball. Oh yeah, Nick Ball and Dalby. That's gonna be a good one. Yeah, but Dalby, he's gonna be the one boxing though. You say not a fan of Dalby. He coming back home to the UK. He on the slide, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm with that. What network will this card be on? I know it's TNT in the UK. ESPN Plus gonna pick this up. I have a strong feeling they're gonna pick it up. They didn't release Dalby, so that's why I'm thinking they're gonna pick it up. I mean, TJ, that super chat. Salute for the boxing hustle, man. I appreciate you, bro, coming to the building and supporting the channel. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate it for sure. Will Mo score dad in the building. Salute to you. What's good? Let me see. He gotta be in there with some names. Yes, sir. Like I'm just saying, like, hey, you gotta put it all together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They told me that Bud ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? But we know Bud was a bad motherfucker, right? So it's like he had to fight somebody, so you give him his respect and his credit. Same thing. But this on a lower scale. But I think his time gonna come though. His time gonna come. You know, his time gonna come. But he should be in 8s right now. I don't care what nobody said. Then just announced this one right here. This is like the biggest secret. You know, this is we know about this fight for a long time. But Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis, 140 pounds for WBC title. I like the fight, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I like it. I like it. Because Devin is making a statement, and we know how Devin's career been set up. He always gonna fight, you know what I'm saying, the best available guy, or take risks. And he in a good position. Coming out the Lomachenko win, you know what I'm saying? So he can move the way he want to move. I like the fight, you know what I'm saying? Regis coming off a tough performance, and it didn't look so good in his last fight against Zorrilla. So he got something to prove. I think he's one of the best 140 pounders, 1 or 2, 3, something like that. So it's a good one. It's a hometown fight for Haney. I like it. You bring it back to San Francisco. He haven't fought there since as a champion. I'm not sure he fought there his whole career. So it should be live up in there. You got the boxer, the master boxer. They can do it just about everything in the ring versus the kind of Regis can be slick at times, head movement, upper body movement. He's the puncher, good body puncher when he on his A game, good chin, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see how Devin look at 140. We know he's been struggling to make 35 for a while. See if that's going to rejuvenate his body. I think he can take some of the stuff that Zorrilla did as far as like boxing and taking Regis for a walk and make Regis cut the ring off. You know what I'm saying? And then Regis got to redeem himself. So it's a good fight, man. It's a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. Looking for the undercard. They should be announcing the undercard pretty soon. I'm thinking Dimitri Bivol. I put this on my Twitter a long time ago. Dimitri Bivol probably found this undercard. That's just me just looking at shit, but we'll see. It's a pay-per-view, so we'll see how they stack it. I know Andy Cruz supposed to be on the card, and we'll see. I like it though. So those was the boxing announcements for this week, man. Pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? 135 stack, U100. Can't have it both ways. There's tons of decent things. That's what I'm saying. And he don't have to fight his stablemates in top rank. Because look, if you look at it, I broke this shit down, yo. Right? I was thinking about this. So look at the guys at lightweight. So only time when the top ranked guys gonna fight each other is when they get at the top, or they fight for a title or eliminate or something like that. Keyshawn haven't fought a stablemate on top rank yet. He ain't fought Raymond Mortala. Raymond Mortala haven't fought a stablemate. They all fighting different guys and going different ways to get to the top. When they get to the top, then they'll meet. So he don't have to fight Raymond Mortala. He don't have to fight Keyshawn or anybody else they have on that stable. They can track his career fighting other guys in the division. There's guys in that division he can fight. He can fight Burgos for all I care. See if he can be the first one to stop him. In an 8-rounder. He can fight other guys that's on the come up or guys that's gonna get him solid fights. And you can't tell me Tyree can't find it, because that's what they do. They masters at that. So to me, 6-rounder is crazy. 6-rounders is telling me they don't believe in him. I'm just being honest. This kid still fighting 6-rounders with all this talent and hype that they giving him. wake me up when he fight 8 against a guy. Then I'm like, oh, I know him. Okay, like somebody like Hector Tanahata. You know what I'm saying? That's a fight he should win, Abdullah Mason. But that's a solid name. The boxing hardcore fans know that we're gonna be like, oh shit, Tanahata only lost to Williams Zepeda. Okay. Shit, give him Artem, the guy who fought Frank Martin. I mean, they telling me that he's better than a lot of these lightweights in the division, so he shouldn't have no problems fighting Artem and guys, you know, sturdy guys that we seen in the lightweight division. So that's all I'm saying. It ain't no knock on none of that shit. My thing is, with all the talent, he should be in the 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Not no more. Shit. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight, bro. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Both guys got something to prove. Here's a great name. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Give them past opponents of the guys you gave to your other contenders and prospects coming up to develop them. He can fight the same guys. You know what I'm saying? Galindo, the one who dropped Mortala in Fresno. Mortala came back and stopped him. I got to say that. But that's a good name. Galindo fought Artem and he fought Mortala. That's a good fight for Abdullah Mason. 8-rounder, solid guy. A guy he can beat. Come on, bro. That shit's crazy to me. I like this man, but yeah, it's gonna be. Now it haven't been announced yet, but yeah, it's solid though, for real. So yeah, man, that's what it is though. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the live, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. I got the schedule up on my website. Feel free to tap in with that. We got another solid week of boxing, so hopefully everybody tap in. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody coming through the building. That's my time, and I'm out.